Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the little box we're making today. It's a Christmas style sandwich gift box. I've made this one before using the Sweet Symmetry paper, but we're making this today using this lovely Christmas style, and this uses the Tidings of Christmas paper, and I think this gorgeous cherry cobbler and gold ribbon really just sets everything off beautifully. So let's get started. I have going to put in my Stamparatus. I've got here cherry cobbler cardstock, and this measures 4 inches by, let me get my template out, here it is, 4 inches by 11 3/4 inches. Okay, so on this long side here we're going to score it 1/2 inch on either side, so all the way down 1/2 inch, turn it round, and on the other side again all the way down. Make sure you don't jump the tracks. 1/2 inch, and then we're going to put it onto the long side and we're going to do some scoring. And I'm going to keep this here, so we're going to say we're going to score at 3/4 inch, and then we are going to score again at 5 inches, and again at 8 inches, and again at 11 inches. That's 3/4 inch, 5 inch, 8 and 11. But I'll put this template, a picture of this, on the blog post, and a link to the blog post is on my website, and it's in the description box below as the links. Okay, so that's all the scoring we need to do for that piece. So let's set that aside there. I've got, my desk is full of bits everywhere. Then I've got here a piece that measures 4 inches by 4 inches square. Get my other little template out, which is here, and we're going to score this initially at 1/2 inch on all sides. Okay, and 1/2 inch on the last side, just like that. So we've got 1/2 inch on all sides. So that's, we're finished with the scoring board for now. We're just going to bring in my trimmer, and we're going to cut this piece from point to point. You can see here where how I've lined it up there. So just going to line up the 2 points in the trimmer and cut it in half. Just like that. Okay, so get rid of the trimmer, that's that done as well. Okay, move my templates over here, and now I just need to get out my bone folder, which I should have got out before but I didn't, so excuse the noise. So look for it, here it is, and we're just going to fold on all of these score lines now. On this small little piece. Okay, and then we're going to do some cutting. And you're going to see we're just going to cut an angle across here. So where's my template? You can see here we're going to cross. I don't know if you can really see the score line actually on that. Let me get a pencil or something. So here's a pen. You can see here comes the score line, that 1/2 inch score line, and you're going to cut just across like that. Okay, it's just to take the bulk out of the corners, how you make any pocket. So just like that on the one, and you're going to do it for both of them. Okay, now if you fold these pieces, you'll see you've got these overhangs here, and you're going to cut that away as well. So fold and fold and cut these overhangs away. Okay, so get rid of these pieces, we don't need this anymore, and we're going to set these 2 pieces aside for now. We're going to work on our big piece, which we're going to do the same. We're going to score, we're going to fold on all of our score lines. So have the 2 long ones, and let's do all these short ones. And the bone folder here is invaluable to give you a lovely crisp score line. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. So now we put our template over the top, we can see we're going to want to cut all of this strip away here and here. So let's do that. I'm going to get my big scissors out for this. And basically you have a small section down here, 2 small sections, a long section and a small section, and there's the 2 strips either side of these 3 little sections are going to go. As I said, the template will be on the blog post. Okay. And sometimes it's easier just to do it from the other side. Makes no difference. You could use your trimmer to do this as well. Okay. And then here at the top, this little square here, we need to cut this out too. Okay, so let's get rid of those bits and then check with our template what else we need to do. Okay, so you can see here on this section here where we've left the tabs, we need to mitre quite drastically these corners. So as you can see, that basically means we need to take out a little angle like this, and you need to take quite a bit out, quite a sharp angle out. I'll cut this straight, so I'm just neatening that up. And then the same here at the bottom. You can see it doesn't have to be the same on either side, it's just this is going to mean that it's going to fold together more easily. Okay, so get rid of those bits, move our scissors because we're done for now on our template. Now the only thing we have to do is we need to round the corners on these little tabs. So I'm going to find my corner rounder that's somewhere hiding from me. Here it is. And this is the Detail Trio punch, and one section here has the thing to round the corners. So all our corners are rounded. So now it's time to stick down and play with our designer series paper. We should have 2 pieces of it here. This first piece is going to go, I'm going to show you how this box is going to fit together. So you're going to see initially it's going to fit together like this, so you're going to want a piece of paper on this piece here, on this long piece, and this is the Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper, and this measures 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. Okay, so we're just going to measure like that, put it down like that, and that's our paper for that piece. Now we have this little piece here, and this measures 2 3/4 inches square, and we're going to need to cut point to point, so let's get our trimmer back out again, and we're just going to cut again point to point, same as we did before, pointy pointy pointy. Just like that. Okay, and we're going to bring back our side pieces here. These are going to be our side pieces that we did, and we're just going to put down our paper. So you could use Tombow for this. I prefer to use a dry glue if I can, because I inevitably stick my fingers in the Tombow. Tombow is great, but not if you stick your fingers in it all the time like I do. That's a user problem, not a product problem. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now we're ready to start assembling. And as I said, it's going to go together like this, as you can see. So these pieces are going to fit here, just like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Tombow, only because it's going to give me a little bit of wriggle room, which is useful. And I'm going to try not to, nearly stuck my fingers in it already, try not to stick my fingers in it. And you're just going to, easier to show you than to explain. We're going to put it down on the base, lining up our edges as best as we can. Just let it take, and then bring up this wall here and try and keep everything as squared off as you can. Just giving it a pinch so it can take, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay. Sometimes I get myself into an almighty mess, as you can tell. So you just got to do exactly the same on this side here. So again, just line it up at the bottom and just hold it there for it to take. And then bring up the side again and pinch that, and just try and keep, as I said, everything as squared off as possible. Once it's all down, then you can go in with your bone folder and give everything a really good press down, which is what I'm doing there. And then you're going to see this is going to fold in just like that, and everything looks fine. If it's not folding in very nice, very well here, then just you just know you need to cut off a little bit more. And here I can see I haven't got this totally squared off, so I'm just going to pull this up ever so gently and push it into place so that it's nicely squared off. Okay, and it fits in perfectly, just like that, as you can see. So while I've got these two pieces together here, I'm going to now put my holes in, and I'm just going to put them sort of the same distance apart if possible, like that. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. Okay, and then we're going to tie our ribbon, and this is, as I said, the Cherry Cobbler gold ribbon. If it's being a pain not wanting to go through, as I can see this one is, just take your pokey tool and encourage it through the holes. Ugh. Always when you're filming, things don't want to work, do they? But you know what I'm going to do actually? Let me have a look at my old one. I'm actually going to enlarge the holes. So I use the smaller of my crocodile holes, and I'm just going to use the large one actually. So I'm just going to go back over where the hole was and just enlarge it like that. Get rid of all the bits. And this will make life a little bit easier. Eek. Yeah, there we go. Much better. And then back through. And then we are going to attempt to tie a bow, which is easier said than done. As I've just said, not the best at bow tying, I have to say, unfortunately. I wish I was, but I'm not. Straighten everything out a bit. So, I'm going to leave it like that, I think. Nice big bow. I think it really does set off the box. Just like that. Isn't it a gorgeous ribbon, aside from anything else? So, okay, so that's what we've got. So let's do some stamping. So the stamp set we're going to use is this one called Holly Jolly Wishes, and we're going to use the sentiment that says Holly Jolly Christmas. So let's find it. It's this one here. Put this on a block, and we need a scrap of Whisper white cardstock. So let's find a scrap. Here we have some, and we're going to use some cherry cobbler ink. We're going to just stamp, hold. Didn't make a very good job of that, so let's try it again. Much better. There we go. So close up the ink pad, and let me just give this a bit of a clean before I do something with it. This is just a simple chamois. Okay, and then we're going to use this punch called the Everyday Label Punch, and we're going to punch out a piece first out of some scrap cherry cobbler, just like that. And then now we're going to punch out our sentiment, and it just fits nicely like that. Okay. Close up the punch, and then we're going to cut this piece, cherry cobbler piece, in half, and then we are going to just put some glue on the back of our, I've got glue already on my brand new piece of grid paper, but there we go. We're just going to use it as a matting piece like that. Trying to get everything as straight as possible and even. Okay, and then we are going to find some dimensionals. They're here somewhere, and put some on the back. Eek, everything's sticking to everything else. Take the backs off those. Yeah, and then we're going to put this not upside down, preferably the right way up, just like that. And then I have some here of these gold gilded gems, and we're going to use this just for a little bit of decoration. So I'm going to put one here, and then make one over there. Okay, and we're done. There are two boxes. What do you think? I think they don't look half bad. I hope you like them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. As I said, all the measurements and information will be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links will be in the description box below. That includes a link to my Facebook group where we make projects just like this one. We actually made this one in Car Club. So it's an online car club in my Facebook group, so do come and check us out and join the fun. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!